Social Zoom Factor episode 243.
Driving results in business these days takes something special. It's a combination of the right info and the right energy. Pam Moore has both and is here to help you avoid the pitfalls and guide your business and life by leveraging and integrating social media, powerful branding, and digital marketing. Welcome to Social Zoom Factor. Now it's time to live life zoomed.
Are you a small business owner, entrepreneur, or work on a corporate team and tired of wasting money on social media training courses that are nothing more than random videos thrown up on a wall like webinar spaghetti? Finally, there's a solution to get you on the fast track to social media business success and help you learn how to generate brand awareness, leads, and sales without breaking the bank. Visit socialprofitfactor.com and use coupon code ZOOM. Again, that's socialprofitfactor.com. Coupon code ZOOM. Hey there, Zoomers, and welcome to Social Zoom Factor. This is your host, Pam Moore. All right, today we have a value-packed episode for you. I guarantee it. We are talking about the Facebook 2018 news feed changes that were recently announced by Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg. Now, in case you've been hiding under a rock or just too busy to even know what's going on, maybe you saw the news fly by and you know you need to understand what was announced, what does it mean to you. That is what you are going to learn today. So what I am going to do, give you a quick review of the current state of Facebook marketing in 2018. We're going to talk about how you can get a grip on your Facebook marketing in 2018. And I'm going to give you the details of what you need to know about this recent Facebook announcement from Mark Zuckerberg and why you need to ignore all the fear mongers out there. And there are a lot of people out there telling you it's time to freak out. It's not. Take a deep breath. We'll talk about what do these changes mean to you and why it may be more about your mindset and about your perspective and a mind shift change at the core of what and how you look at Facebook for your business. You know, maybe Facebook means something different to you in 2018 than it did the last few years. All right. It may be the gateway to closing business on other platforms. And maybe you've made the mistake of building your business on rented land, which is Facebook. Okay. And I've been trying to teach you. I mean, this is episode 243, and I don't know how many times we've talked about this. I've warned you of these days coming, right? You can't build your business on rented property you don't own. When you do that, when these kind of shifts happen, you're going to be the one freaking out. And if that's you, it's okay. Take a deep breath. You're in the right place. Okay. I am going to give you the knowledge that you need to ensure that you still can be successful leveraging Facebook to grow your business in 2018. Now, not only do I have this podcast today that you are going to listen to and feel a lot more comfortable even after you listen to this podcast, but I also have a webinar that we did that you can get instant access to the on-demand version. Just go to themarketingnuts.com/FBZoom18. Okay. Again, that's themarketingnuts.com/FBZoom18. And in that webinar, it is almost a 2-hour webinar, okay? And you will get instant access to it when you go to that page and you register. Now, it includes a full hour of valuable insight and knowledge to help you understand these changes, what they mean to you, and how you can get a grip on your Facebook marketing success in 2018. Now it's a full hour of content, and then we have another 50 minutes of Q&A. So questions and answers coming from people just like you. I spent almost 50 minutes answering questions, and the feedback we got on this webinar was amazing, and everybody said they loved the Q&A portion as well. So we dig pretty deep into these things, including more on the mindset and the perspective of how you look at Facebook and exploring how you are going to leverage it this year different maybe than you've done in the past. We'll also look at organic reach, okay? What industries are getting good organic reach and what aren't? And if you aren't, and you're in an industry that is not likely to get a lot of organic reach, what are you going to do about it, right? You can't just sit there and whine and complain. You got to build a plan to fix it. So we'll talk about integration. If you haven't already learned to fall in love with the word integration, which I preach and teach to you all the time, every episode, every blog post, every video I do, you need to get integrated in 2018 or you're not going to succeed at all. You're going to fall flat on your face, all right? We'll also look at the other Facebook features, things like Facebook groups. What else can you be leveraging and exploring, and how do you prioritize those things for your business? Why you must have an audience-based marketing approach and strategy to be successful, and really exploring, do people really want to talk about your product? Right? They may not want to talk about your product on Facebook. And this, I'm telling you, is the year you got to get real on that. And we'll talk about some ideas of how you can get them talking and how you can leverage third-party content and connections. Remember the OPC, other people's content and other people's community, to grow your business and grow your community. I also share with you my favorite go-to Facebook tools and tech, and much more. So just go to themarketingnuts.com/FBZoom18. And I promise you'll be happy that you did. But for today's podcast, we are digging in to this announcement. And, the first thing I want to share with you is just a couple stats on why Facebook and why you can't ignore Facebook. They have over 1.32 billion daily active users, 1.15 billion mobile daily active users, over 2 billion monthly active users. What do we get with Facebook? Why do we put up with all these changes? Why do we spend so much time building our business on Facebook? It's because we get targeted reach, right? And like I always say, Facebook is the medium. It gives you a medium for you to be able to connect with your target customer, okay? Your customer is likely hanging out on Facebook somewhere. And now even more so, we've been moving toward this pay-to-play world of Facebook and other social networks, but Facebook advertising is what helps people discover your business. They're two different, but integrated things. It's all part of Facebook, but you have an opportunity to build your business on Facebook, and you have an opportunity to decide how many people are going to be able to see your business on Facebook. It's just like the days of the phone. So you think about the old traditional phone that had the long cord on it. We had the phone, for both personal and business use. And let's say you had a phone for your business. And let's say you hired a salesperson, and that salesperson maybe was really good or not good at selling, utilizing that phone, okay? If they were unable to close business for you, even though you hired them to sell your business, your products or services, and they failed, is that the fault of the phone? No, it's not the fault of the phone, right? It's the fault of the messaging. It's the fault of how they connected or did not connect with the person on the other end of the phone. It's whether, they were trusted, whether that message resonated, determines whether that person listened to them or hung up on them. Facebook is very similar, right? It's a platform for us to leverage. It's up to you what you're going to do with that. Facebook can give you targeted reach. They can give you deeper engagement with your target customer. They have proven results, right? We have proven results. And Facebook understands the mobile connected customer, and they know how to help you connect with them in a human way if you take the time to roll up your sleeves and figure it out. And what I love most about Facebook is the foundation is based on a data-driven framework, right? A data-driven methodology. So if you look at Facebook, would I love to get my hands on the amount of data that they have, right? So they know your target customer probably better than you ever will. And you just are going to need to take the time to learn how you can leverage Facebook. Okay, it's up to you whether you're going to succeed or fail. But, and I share a lot more stats on the webinar that I mentioned. So make sure you grab your seat and watch that on-demand replay. But we dig in deeper to what's happening on Facebook. Why are people going to Facebook? But right now, let's dig into the announcement. I just want to recap for you, some big things that were in this announcement from Mark Zuckerberg. One of the biggest things that Mark said is in regard to the focus and the vision and the why of Facebook and what he's telling his team, okay? The balance of what's in newsfeed has shifted away from the most important thing Facebook can do, which help us connect with each other. Facebook wants to make sure now that they are helping our well-being. Research shows when we use social media to connect with people we care about, it can be good for our well-being. And those are Mark's words. So Mark, in summary, is changing the goal for Facebook product teams from helping you find relevant content to helping you have more meaningful social interactions. Okay, that's coming directly from Mark. And he says, the first changes that you will see are in the news feed where, quote, you can expect to see more from your friends, family, and groups. He also says you'll see less public content like posts from businesses, brands, and media. He says public content will be held to the same standard. It should encourage meaningful interactions between people. Mark also expects that the time that people spend on Facebook will decrease. Okay, he knows you may not spend as much time on Facebook, but he's okay with that, okay? Mark expects the time that you spend on Facebook will, however, be more valuable. I encourage you to check out the full announcement from Mark Zuckerberg. I will make sure I link to that in our show notes page, which will be at socialzoomfactor.com/243, because this is episode 243. Now, the sky is not falling, okay? Not all of this is news. There are many people and brands that are freaking out. And I'll tell you, a lot of the people that are freaking out have been lazy. And a lot of them are losing grip in other areas, not just Facebook. So people are no longer opening their email for email marketing. They may have issues in just the loss of their community and the connection they have there. They may be having big events and the attendance is down. So they're freaking out. A lot of these people have put all their eggs in this free rented basket, and now that free rented basket is changing and they are freaking. So you do not need to be afraid. Do not let these Facebook fearmongers scare you. And you need to know a lot of these people have an agenda. They want you to buy a ticket to an event. They want you to buy their course. They're going to solve the problem. I saw an ad the other day that actually said, the Facebook apocalypse. Oh my goodness. I have no words to explain how crazy that is. So you're going to see people that are going to play off of this and try to scare you so they can sell you something. Nobody is an expert on what Facebook is doing or exactly how this algorithm is going to work. If anybody tells you that, you need to run, because I wish there was data out there that I could go be the perfect expert to know exactly what's going to happen. Only Facebook knows that, okay? And the only guarantee that we have is change. And where we're going to see this impact big time is also the big media publishers, okay? Because a lot of them are making a lot of money from things like branded content, right? So they are pushing traffic to their sites and then they're selling branded content and ads and everything on their site. Facebook doesn't like that. So, you're going to see some negative, almost fake news out there from some of these big publishers. And I was recently reading a post that I saw, I'm not going to name the site, but where they were saying that Facebook is going to be to blame for, fake fraud advertising that these publishers are going to have to fall to. Give me a break. Okay. It's not Facebook's fault that these publishers have put all their eggs in one basket, or several baskets, Facebook being one of them, and that they were getting a ton of free traffic or very cheap traffic that they were paying for with advertising. And now that Facebook is pulling the plug on that, they're wanting to blame Facebook for the fact that they're going to go buy cheap traffic from fraud traffic brokers. That's not Facebook's fault, right? That's their fault. So all I can say is do the double click and read content before you go spread more fake news and more fear on this stuff. Make sure that you educate yourself and you're doing the right thing by being here on this podcast today and registering for the webinar that I shared with you, because that's the reason I spent 2 hours, providing that information on that webinar, because I want to educate people with the truth. I want them to do the double click to learn what the reality of this situation is and how you are going to be successful. Everything is going to be okay. And yes, organic reach is declining closely to zero. And yes, we're moving to a pay-to-play world. You need to accept that. The average advertising costs for Facebook have increased dramatically. Average CPM has increased 171% in the last year. Average CPC has increased, that cost per click, 136%. Okay. While at the same time, the average human attention span is, only 8 seconds. So the advertising costs are getting higher. The users on Facebook are getting overloaded with advertising. And I truly believe that Facebook has oversold the newsfeed space that they have. It's like they've oversold this rented land. And now they have no space for us to advertise as brands. They're running out of space. And so they're having to do some cleanup because they've kind of shattered a little bit the end user, the people who don't care about marketing on Facebook, okay? The people who could care less about this announcement and don't really know who Mark Zuckerberg is, those people think that their newsfeed is way too filled with ads on Facebook, okay? When they log on to Facebook, they're like, what are all these stupid ads? They're ruining the user experience for the common Facebook user. Okay. They're making, too many ads and sponsored posts pop up and just their news feed is not as happy and friendly and, good for their well-being. All right. And so there's a lot that's going on here. I can't cover all of it in this one podcast. And that's why I really encourage you to check out a bit more of it on the webinar, but there's a lot going on here. And if you're new to this, you're not going to learn it overnight. So you just need to accept that. And you need to try to learn as much as you can. And really, still go back to marketing 101, right? You need to know your audience. You need to know what they need from you. You need to know how you want to leverage Facebook. It's not what is Facebook going to do for you today? It's how are you going to leverage the technology to achieve your goals? So what does this announcement mean to you then? It means measurable results are going to be earned, not given. Okay. You still need to know who your audience is. You need to know how to align it to your business goals. You need to know what you want out of Facebook. Facebook is not invented by Mark Zuckerberg to help you achieve all your goals. No, they initially invented Facebook to bring people together, right? He did it out of his college dorm room. So you need to know what you want and stop expecting something for nothing. Everybody's mad at Facebook because they're not going to have this free reach. Why? Like, why would you expect that you're going to get it forever for free? You need to wake up, and you need to get real on the effort it's going to take you. And I think that's probably, the biggest problem we see with business leaders and businesses and brands of all sizes is they have this false expectation that if they just make their pages look pretty and they create some great content that, why am I not getting more sales on Facebook? It doesn't work like that. It's the same as your phone. It's the same as your website. You need to put in the effort, right? Your website, it's not build it and they will come. You have to get traffic there. You have to know how you're going to convert it. You need to have a shopping cart. You need to have some email marketing to nurture those relationships. You need to have content, right? Your end user or target customer is not logging on to Facebook every day saying, hey, I need some new content. I'm looking for the 5 tips of how to do these things. They don't necessarily want content. They're not just looking for a video unless they're looking to be entertained, right? Which is why Mark Zuckerberg is leaning toward this, family, friend type of oriented content. Your target customer wants solutions to their problems. They want to be able to buy from a brand they trust. And we are going to see things like influencer marketing really pick up again in 2018. And if you haven't already checked out my webinar for that, I encourage you to do that. I'll make sure I put that in the show notes page. We have been doing influencer marketing for brands for years. So even if you're a tiny business and you haven't thought about influencer marketing and you don't know what it is, you need to look at it. You need to look at how you can tap into the OPC, which I talk about all the time, other people's content and other people's community. And, you're going to need to get real on, is Facebook the right place for you, right? Is your audience interested in talking to you on Facebook? Or are you fitting a square peg in a round hole? So only you can figure that out. For some businesses, I really think Facebook is just going to become kind of one of those profiles that they have to have, and that the expectation needs to be set a lot lower, right? So like if you're selling LED lighting, unless you're ready to really put some inspirational and fun storytelling, you're going to have to get really creative to make that content interesting. And that's going to be a challenge for a lot of small businesses. And if you're an LED lighting company and you're wanting to hop onto Facebook and become famous overnight and get a bunch of sales, it may just not happen unless you're willing to build community and do some co-marketing and maybe get with, the right influencers. So it is not going to be the right platform moving forward for everybody. So the goal is not to do Facebook, right? We don't want to just be posting on Facebook. We want quality over quantity, and do not get hung up on vanity metrics and things like likes and comments and even engagement, right? And there's so much hype over the metric of engagement. And I'll tell you, 99% of our most profitable customers that we have had since we opened our doors in 2010 have never publicly engaged with our content on most of the social networks, including Facebook. They open up, my emails that we send. They download our podcast. They read our blog, but they're not commenting on my Facebook page, right? A C-level executive at a large Fortune 10 brand, or a business owner at a small business, not all of them are hanging out and engaging with our content on Facebook. So you need to know where your audience is, how you can have the most relevant, compelling conversation with them, and be providing them that content. But no, you may have a lot of lurkers. You may have a lot of people that are looking at your content, consuming your content, and they may contact you through the back doors. So as you move into 2018, you need to know, why are you doing Facebook? Why does it matter to your business? And why should anyone care that you are on Facebook? And, how are you going to integrate it with everything else you're doing? How are you going to serve value? Is it really the right place for you to inspire, connect, and serve your customer? Or maybe it is just one of the pieces of the puzzle that you need to build out It may be that you need to build out your integrated platform better than you've ever done before. Because if you've been relying too much on Facebook, it may truly be time to take a shift. And it could be that you've just kind of been looking at these things all wrong. So I want you to make sure that you are doing your research and that you are setting yourself up for success. Go sign up for our webinar, themarketingnuts.com/FB18. I've also written several blog posts over the last couple weeks on this topic, and I'll include a link to a couple of those. A couple of them have went a little bit viral, so they're getting picked up. People are liking this frame of thinking and that you're in control, right? You need to not be fearful. You need to be thinking about quality over quantity, and you just need to get a grip, right? You need to take the ownership and get a grip on everything you're doing. Your success is in your hands. You're either going to be successful utilizing Facebook in 2018 or you're not. And Mark Zuckerberg, I can guarantee you, isn't going to do it for you. So you're going to need to roll up your sleeves and get to work. So go sign up for that webinar, themarketingnuts.com/FBZoom18. We'll see you on the other side. That's a wrap. Overwhelmed with constant changing social networks and technology, unsure where to focus and how to build your personal or business brand, tired of wasting money on Facebook ads and social media training that overpromises and underdelivers? Introducing Social Profit Factor, our social media online training academy and community, a proven system with a step-by-step blueprint to help you set goals, increase brand awareness, leads, and sales. From social media 101 to advanced strategies and tactics for all of the top social networks, including Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, live video, and more. Zoom past your competition with influencer marketing and an audience-first marketing approach. Sign up today and develop your plan within 30 to 60 days. A plan that prioritizes the strategies and tactics for the highest ROI for your business. It's time you learn from the experts who walk the walk, not just talk the talk. Visit socialprofitfactor.com, coupon code Zoom. Again, socialprofitfactor.com, coupon code Zoom.
If you're ready to Zoom your business and Zoom your life, then don't let the end of this episode be the end of your journey. Visit socialzoomfactor.com/Zoom for incredible free resources and guides. And be sure to join the Social Zoom Factor mailing list so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time on Social Zoom Factor.